Here we are, Saturday morning again, and Trolls is in the background there, somewhere. You still with us, or you? I think you went up for coffee. Yeah, and I don't know where Jerry is. I think he. Well, we were all out last night. He just may not recover. He is older after all. And well, we got with some rain in the place, have we? Just a bit of a snapshot of our rain. Let's wait for everybody to get here. Make sure that's all working. I think it's all working. And what? Yeah, okay. I think we're good. YouTube's playing up a little bit at the moment. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. For some reason the text box is not showing up. It was there before. Weird. Anyway, oh, there we go. Yeah, as soon as everybody gets here, if everything's working properly, that is. It's very hard to tell when, there's nobody else talking. Yeah, anyway, moving right along. Got a couple of things to talk about. Oh, Yak Lama, g'day from cloudy Chiang Mai. How cloudy is Chiang Mai right now, eh? Oh, there we go. Is it looking rather spotty clouds? Looks like a bit of rain coming in this afternoon. Could get a bit wet. Never know. I still don't know about our friend Mr. G'day. Okay. You got back. Our friend Mr. Groves always complains he never gets any rain. I still can't work out where that spot is that he keeps on talking about that doesn't rain, because it looks like it's got definite cloud cover over there. He lives around here somewhere. Surely there must be some rain in that. But anyway.
Could live under a giant umbrella.
It could be. You never know. I keep on thinking of that TV series, Under the Dome. Remember that from about 10 years ago? This weird dome covered a whole town, and nobody could get out or get in. Remember seeing that one? It was one of the weirdest TV programs ever. So anyway, maybe that's what it is. He's got a dome over Cha. Again, I suppose we've got to be thankful for that mountain range in Myanmar. Look at how much rain on the western plain there. And again, that's why Pattaya gets a bit of it too, because they've got a mountain range behind them.
We live in the swamp.
You live in a swamp? We do, that's right. Looks like Pattia's going to get a bit of a drenching this afternoon too. Yeah, about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Well, that's what they predict anyway. Charm, cloudy with the chance of meatballs only. G'day, Mr. Mark. How you doing? Good to having you drop in on us. We don't know where Jerry is. Jerry's disappeared. Todd
over probably.
Yeah, well, yeah. I got stuck in Nana Plaza last night. The K Bank actually shut their scan system down between 11:30 p.m. to midnight every day.
Very corporate.
And so, okay, I just run one to the bar and I just go, because I know about it, and I'm always trying to get out before 11:30, and I got to the bar, they just ran the thing up on the thing, and it was 11:31. Brought the phone app up, and sorry, you have to wait till 12. So, give us another drink.
Yeah.
Give us another drink. I'll wait it out. But it was it's quite annoying that. Of course, if I don't leave at 11:30, I miss the MRT home, which exacerbates the whole problem. But strangely enough, I had a taxi driver. The first taxi I flagged down, wound the window down. I said, "Put one on say ha," and he goes, "Check up," and I go, "Meter." He said, "Check up." Okay, so I got in the car and we went there. Gave the lad 100 baht tip. You know,
Yeah, there
I
you go.
prefer to do that. Like, I don't like being told how much I've got to tip the taxi driver before I get in the taxi, you know? You know,
Yeah.
oh, you see, oh, 500 bucks, 600 bucks. No, 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 I don't play that game. Get, anyway, but if I get to use the meter, which I know it's 300 baht from Sukhumvit to my place at that sort of time of night, so it's 300 baht, you know. I even say that to the drivers if they use the meter. So like, look, I'll give you 300 baht if you just call it 300 baht, but it's 300 baht on the meter anyway. So, and they have a bit of a laugh. But anyway, it usually works out. David, g'day. How you doing? So, what's everybody doing this today? I got a couple of things we're going to talk about today, but I want to see what everybody else is doing. What is everybody else doing? What are you doing, trolls?
Oh, dude, playing video games probably.
Playing video games? How was the karaoke last Tuesday?
It was
Fun?
pretty good. Well, yeah, we had a few new people. There's a couple guys that were older that were retired.
Hmm.
One guy actually, he said he didn't even get a chance to live in Bangkok. He got a girlfriend and moved up to Udon Thani and lived there for 6 years. And this is his first time being in Bangkok.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I was like,
bizarre.
oh well. I was like, well, you're in for a treat, dude. I was like, we got a good group of guys to hang out with. I was like, and then he's a gamer too, so I was like, well, cool. Well, you found the right place then.
A long weekend in Australia. Is it the king? Oh, that's right. The monarchies the monarchy in England has a king, doesn't it? That's right. So it even now sounds so strange because it used to be the Queen's birthday long weekend. You know? The King's birthday long weekend. That's what it is. Yeah. Some gaming and movies in VR world today. Love my Meta Quest 3. Yaklaman's got a Meta Quest. What's a Meta Quest 3 anyway? I've
It's
heard the name.
the headset,
Oh, right.
the
That's
one by Facebook.
the Facebook one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that whole technology is just going to flop. It's got real no practical application. Yeah. I don't know
Oh no, no,
if
they
you've, oh
got
look,
some cool. They
the
got some
headset
cool.
I've got, seriously, after 10 minutes of wearing my headset playing Beat Saber, seriously, my neck is really quite sore. You know, that extra
It's
kilo on your head just plays up.
it's not that bad. I would say more of the eyes. The eyes after like an hour, your eyes are like just raw. And having that screen right in front of your eyes, so bright and everything. But I mean, it is
Yeah.
nice. I used to think that like when I bought it, I was like, okay, cool. I don't need to buy a monitor anymore. I can just do these VR screens. But
Mm.
nah, it's not worth it.
Well, look, I think it's a novelty, but again, it's the technology's so raw and everything else. What would it be
It's cool
used
either.
for? You know, the only thing I can relate to is something like going into Second Life with a VR headset, where you are walking around this user-created world. That sort of thing amuses me, but again, my headset, I don't think I can make it work for what do you call it, Second Life. Um,
Uh,
Nobody's really given it. And again, I think we can use headsets in Star Citizen too, but it's still
yeah,
not very well polished. And I really have
yeah.
no idea how I would ever set up another. Like I've got a fourth monitor port I could probably plug it into, but
I could
uh,
imagine
yeah.
the glitches you'll get on Star Citizen wearing the headset. I'm like, oh, forget it, dude. I get enough already as it is.
What gets me is the fact that there's so many key presses you need to do on the keyboard.
Yeah,
How do you see the keyboard? So you can
yeah,
press the
yeah,
right
yeah.
button.
Yeah, they haven't really quite figured out the whole cause most of the headsets have cameras on them. They haven't really figured out how to integrate that
Yeah.
perfectly yet. Yeah.
Okay, so we might have to learn touch typing. I mean, my touch typing skills are completely shot. Anyway, so moving right along. So, has anybody read any good books lately? I have to sort of say no, because of my eyesight and everything else. I find it inconvenient to read. Well, apart from all the other reading I do, the articles you read every day and everything else.
Oh
But
yeah, I got a book. Yeah, I think I got
I
it.
just can't put myself into a position of 2 to 3 hours somewhere, and just read. It just, yeah.
Yeah, I think I have a book for you, the Fluent Forever one. I was
Mm.
gonna, I don't know. And then Cody, I was gonna let him borrow The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Is pretty good.
Dillygaff. Does it look like a give a fuck? Great song by Kevin Bloody Wilson. Um, I had some caps made up a few years back with the dilly gaff on it. Try to spark a bit of contentious discussion on the channel, but no, nobody went. No, like nobody gets it. Just move my microphone a little bit closer. Right, AI, VR, Neuralink, they're all in the future. Yeah, well, well, look, I can see, I remember there was that Surrogates. There was the movie Surrogates. Was it Bruce Willis, wasn't it? And they live in these like big bed pods, and they drive a robot around everywhere. Did you ever see Surrogates?
I wanted to say I'd have, but I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Well, he's old. He's old in the movie, but he's in the pod, and he's with his wife, who's estranged in the pod next to him. He's a cop, and then something damages his avatar, so he has to go and rent a basic one, and it was really weird. But it was the whole interplay of the fact that nothing's real anymore. Everybody's running around.
Oh yeah, everyone's just a disc in the neck or something. Yeah,
Well,
like
well,
altered carbon.
Altered carbon's another one, yeah. But
That's cool.
Surrogates was actually they were robots themselves,
Okay.
fully synthetic robots. Um, and depending on how much money you had, it was depend on how much you could, how much aesthetic you could add to your VR robot. The high end ones were worth a fortune, but they had proper skin on them and everything else, and they all get the whole idea. Or you got a tin machine if you couldn't afford one. But yeah, well, there was a good movie, but it's even there they're playing with the whole VR thing. Where does it stop? And then of course I remember that movie Wall-E, wasn't it Wall-E, where he finally gets up to the spaceship there, and there's all the people running around on their pod chairs, and
Yeah, they're fat suit. They're all
they're,
fat.
they're
Yeah.
all it was Don't worry, you can look around now. Like even the girls in the go-go bars, they've put on a few kilos in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
You know?
Life of excess.
Yeah, life of excess, yes. So if anybody, spend my day reading single line diagrams. What's it single line diagrams? But they something to do with the track laying process, are they, Mark? Zuckerberg, Musk, and Bezos are our future life owners. Well, you're not getting far wrong. Let's start small, then 10 minutes a day, build up to 5 minutes weekly increments. Reading, I used to love reading. I read the whole 13-book fucking Dune series. If you ever really want to sit down for a fucking month and read a good series, I have to highly recommend the Dune saga, starting with Butlerian Jihad, right through to Book 11, written by his son. But yeah, I just haven't, again, I really just haven't had the time to sit down and pick a good book. Most of the stuff I read is technical journals and, what's going on in the world. Electrical layout diagrams for electrical grid and substation. Fair enough. Sounds like exciting work. Not. Look. The one thing I did want to bring up today, I got a feeling we're not going to see Jerry today. Todd's in Bangkok, preoccupied as well. He gets his second eye done on Monday, so we'll have him back next week. There, speak of the devil, there he just turns up.
Tiki just reminded me, I thought you have a conference call with Wanda.
Oh,
Shit.
she's a good
Yeah.
girl. I just thought you were just too hungover to do anything.
No, not at all. I just completely forgot. I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, anyway, the first one I want to go up to, I don't know if people understand the real importance of what's going on here with SpaceX. This is an absolute stunning milestone. Okay, the news feed that I watch, it's all over the news feed. But if I go into an anonymous account, it's fucking nowhere. There's no real fucking news anywhere being broadcast, unless of course you are focusing on this stuff. And it is momentous. They actually did touchdown on both stages of this freaking big pencil that they threw in the sky. Absolutely amazing. Even the upper stage. Um, oh yeah, you've been watching it too. Yep. But even the upper
I just did it now.
yeah, even the upper stage had technical issues on the re-entry, and that was something that Musk already identified about maybe 4 hours before the flight. He was still worried about those hinge areas on the front flaps. Yeah, the front fins they rotate in and out. Well, actually, I think all of the fins rotate in and out about 45 degrees, but they do have a hinge area. And what we actually saw in the cameras when it was coming, because I sat there and watched the whole live stream, was great. Um, yeah, the hinge areas where these rotators are. You started to see them glow, and then the glow got bigger, and then bigger and bigger. It's like us. It was like us in salvaging something in Star Citizen. Yeah? This nice glowy red thing, and all of a sudden, you get refuse or debris all over the camera, and you can still see little bits of light through the broken lens. It was quite funny, but you actually saw the thing actually make you saw the first stage. We saw it actually come down and hover above the water. The second stage, although the camera was running and the metrics that they had on screen were wrong, they actually put the whole thing through the re-entry burn, flip maneuver, and they got the thing upright before it fell over. And they actually brought it down to sea level as well, which I think is absolutely amazing. I reckon probably two to three more launches, and they will probably do the capture one. I don't think he's going to go for capture next time. We just don't know how accurate to the GPS location that they set it for. We'll hear that information over the next 2 to 3 weeks. But if they got their GPS settings right and their virtual tower position right, if that was within meters, they may even try a capture next time. Yes, it's a good shot. I watched the whole thing. Half of it. Part of the reason why you watch it, you're waiting for the big explosion, of course. Like we just love explosions.
Very cool.
Yeah, Starship is made of stainless steel. Yeah, you start to think about the flimsiness of the actual vehicle, but all it is just like when you think about that bottom stage is just engines, fuel, and a casing to hold it all together. But it is an amazing feat what he's done. Mars, here we come, I guess. That's all we can say. I don't think it'd be my lifetime. Maybe in my reincarnation. Probably come back as a ladyboy for all the bad things I've done. Future space race will be between China and Elon Musk. Yeah, again, they did the launch of the Boeing thing as well. How many times have they failed or missed that one? They still got the thing off the ground and had 5 thruster issues. Five of the thrusters or the orientation thrusters failed. They worked to try to get that fixed mid-flight. The thing was over the whole place was overheating for some reason, and helium leaks. God, seriously, how much money has been spent on that? It just shows the difference between somebody making decisions and a bunch of bloody senators making decisions on where they must spend money. Fucking red tape costs a lot of money. Seriously, it does.
If you want progress, you got to let capitalism take the lead. But if you want equality, you definitely don't want capitalism to take the lead.
Yeah, it's a catch-22 situation. Yes, tell me about it. David, I am reading Ned Kelly by Peter Fitzsimmons at the moment. Okay, look at that. I am starting Earthsea by Ursula. Again, 2 authors I've never really heard of. Shows you how much out of the book scene I am. I haven't seen Oggy for like 4 weeks either. He's been having a lot of trouble with his mum. His mum's Alzheimer's or dementia is really well.
It's a hell of a thing, man. It's a hell of a thing.
So Oggy's having a lot of trouble with his 94 or 95-year-old mum. She's got Alzheimer's and dementia. She wakes up in the morning and she's in Oggie's house and doesn't know who he is. It's getting really difficult for him. And he's got a year before he can officially retire. He wants to come to Thailand, of course, but I don't know how that's going to work. Not with his mum around, because his mum really can't look after herself.
His mom's not going to last much longer. My mom passed away at 95 with Alzheimer's. The last year or so, she was in a home. My father did great taking care of her, but it got to the point where it was like Augie's mom. It was too much.
Yeah. My grandma made it to 99. She was 3 months short of 100. She had dementia and then Alzheimer's and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, my father passed away through the asbestos-induced cancer, and my mother passed away a few years ago through a road accident where the autopsy report suggests that she had a stroke while she was driving. So she went quickly. But
how old was she?
My father was 7. No, it was a day. Oh, fuck, I don't remember. How old am I now? I'm 63. So add 5, 68, 78, 88. So Dad would have been, I think, 79 or 80. I can't remember exactly.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
And Mum was about the same age when she passed, but it was 5 years later. Well, there were 5 years difference in age anyway. So, but yeah, it's these sort of things have gone. I haven't had to deal with those sort of things, which I'm thankful for. Just every so often you think about the fact that it'd be nice to just give Dad a call and Mum a call, just to make contact. But because they're not on Facebook and things like that.
They could be, we just don't know it.
Yeah, you never know. How far does Facebook's reach now? And it goes to your ether. You've got an ether connection, not an Ethernet connection. I'm talking about
that's what they're talking about with VR, right? They're saying that if we can get VR working so well, you might be able to import your parents.
Have you ever seen that TV? There's a program out there called Upload. Have you seen that? That is funny. That is really, really. Let's see, quickly just switch over to my Plex.
We can upload your personality so that way you still have a father-like figure or mother-like figure to talk to.
Upload show. It follows in 2033, people who are near death can be uploaded into virtual reality hotels by 6 tech firms. Cash-strapped Nora lives in Brooklyn and works customer service for a luxurious Lakeview digital afterlife. I love the idea of digital afterlife. When LA party boy coder Nathan self-driving car crashes, his high-maintenance girlfriend uploads him permanently to. It was actually prematurely as well because he actually wasn't dead. That's part of the. I'm giving away some of the spoilers, but you ever get a chance to watch this? It is really, really funny. I have finished watching all that soon. I keep on forgetting that I've watched series. I know I've seen it. I mean, Mark has watched. Yes, thank you. But yeah, I would highly recommend going and checking that. The whole idea of you're near death. There are some real good visuals in it because to actually do the upload, you have to be alive, and they put this thing over your head. And it basically vaporizes your head as the upload process happens. It's quite freaky if you ever get a chance to watch it. Anyway, moving right along. Did you head to Susie's last night? Yes, we were there. We're now doing. I just wanted to put that mention as the fact that we're now doing that monthly meetup is now from 6 to 9 p.m. Just because it's a bit cooler in the day then. Even though the ice in my drinks was melting quite fast last night. Or it seemed to be melting faster anyway. But yeah, it is cooler and gives people more time to finish whatever they're doing and get out. And then Sukhumvit kicks off at 9. So, that's the staging area. And yeah, we had we had a YouTubers convention last night. That's what we had. Bangkok Pad. We had Franco 7. We had Paul. Paul. What's his new channel name?
Paul G. Paul G. Something.
Paul G Eats or something like that. Then we had, of course, Jerry there, me, and there was one other.
That was it.
Uh,
Bangkok Pat, you said?
Four, yeah, Bangkok Pat, yeah, and me, yeah. Yeah, it was, we're working on some plans coming forward in the next month or two, so hopefully that'll pan out quite well. You'll hear more about that. We've got something, I think Pat's got something coming out. Said he should have this video he's been working on for the last month. It should be out this Sunday, he said. Yes, I've got a cameo in there as well. Yeah. But anyway, moving right along. Reading helps against dementia. Bangers. Good on you, Dallo. Yes, I've got you in the calendar. Warren, did you hear? Yeah, we did that. I wish there was a way to actually put a marker on this thing here, so when you scroll up and down, you could keep track of where you were. Watching the bar girls walking up and down keeps my mind active. My dad had made it to 91 and Mum to 86. Both are gone now. Well, it's a good innings. Condolences, but I think they probably enjoyed their life. Look at you. You're obviously a reflection on how well it worked. Yes, Mark, the wallet is empty. Unfortunately, that is true. Mum passed away December 23. She was 3 days short of her 88th birthday. Okay. Again, condolences, but I'm sure she's had a good innings. So good morning from Sydney. G'day, Shan. I'm in just missed though. So I'm in Sukhumvit now. Was going to send you a message. We got karaoke in 2 weeks or a week and a half at the Clink again. It's every 2 weeks we're going to do that, isn't it?
Well, we're doing it every week.
Every week now, is it?
Every Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday nights, because it's just like a low. It's raining every day, and if you're in around Bangkok on a Tuesday night, that's where.
Okay, I'll add it to the calendar so we make it a as long as Two Snakes can keep the thing running.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how long he's gonna do it, but he's very he's quite the mic hog, so
he's keen to do it. Yeah, he's keen to do it.
Yeah.
I said it.
Well, he goes up there and he puts like 5 to 10 songs in, and he's just singing back to back for like 10 songs. It's like, all right, dude, this is. So I'm gonna go hang out. I'm gonna go sit outside for a while. I was like, my ears are ringing.
Soul Beautiful, g'day Soul Beautiful. Hey Jerry and Wazza, thank you. Good to see you both streaming together. Well, this is something we've been doing lately, of course, with Todd's frequency of being in front of a camera on a Saturday morning.
Todd who?
Todd who, no.
Todd who?
Didn't he say he was going to get to the Down Under bar? He was going to try to get to the Down Under bar last night, he said, but...
It was a 50-50 that was really a 90-10.
See what happens when you get a girlfriend, man. This is what happens. They control your life.
I have to see if the girlfriend wants to go and celebrate. Come on, just tell her that's where you're going to go celebrate.
Yeah.
Hey,
Go on.
It's a slippery slope.
I'm just saying, he's a happy man. Let him be.
Yep.
It's drizzly 14C here in Phillip Island. When is it not drizzling in Phillip Island? When they race the cars, I guess. Lots of visitors because of the King's birthday long weekend. Angkor Wat is a nice place, Chris. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. I was saying to that because like we were talking about Pat's channel and his content and everything else, how he does such a good job of narrating and building a story and everything else, because he's got all this information that he's got access to. I go to these temples, seriously, and I say, darling, what's so special about this temple? It's lucky. We had one up in Ayutthaya there. Oh, they've got some old teak wood. Your missus? Bye-bye, Tiki. Yeah, one of the temples, she said, it has some old wood. It has some old teak wood. Yeah, one of the temples there had a 500-year-old teak wood floor, which was, nicely polished, but you could tell it was 500 years old. But Sure, there's something more to a temple than that, and like the one we went to last weekend, part of the foundation of that temple was this petrified log that floated down the river. That's all I can find.
Tiki showed me a few temples with petrified black wood, and that's the whole theme of the temple.
I'd love to know
I don't
more. I'm sure that, like, I've been to a couple where they've actually put, storyboards outside. There was one that did the monk that goes on the turtle. There's a turtle monk up in Nakhon Pathom, about an hour away from here. But they had a full story. So I think it was the video I got out there. We talk about it in the video for when I talk about our life together from a couple of years ago. But yeah, it's that temple there is fairly well done, and I'm sure that the ones in the centre of Bangkok have got lovely English descriptions of, the temple meanings and everything else. But we don't go to those temples. We go to the ones that give them luck. It's always funny. Love it. Yes, I did Angkor Wat. Yeah, and again, I haven't even been there. I'm pretty sure I haven't been to Angkor Wat. It's on my list of to-dos, but so many other things.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
For a one-time see. I don't find it something I'd want to see again and again. Roman ruins I could see 100 times, but Angkor Wat is a once for me. A great once, but that's it.
Well, when I went to England in '91, for the 5 weeks I was in England there, I did so many castles and ruins and everything else. That's all I was doing. We were going from castle to checking out ancient England. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I wouldn't want to go and do it again. I've been there, done that, had that to cross it off my bucket list. I couldn't recognise you without both Tiki and Shania. Thanks, Sol. Chris, where are you planning to go while you're in Thailand? That's a good question. After Vientiane on a Tuesday for 4 days. Robert Groves, I'll bring you some Vegemite. We can get Vegemite in a big C now. I'm amazed. It's not cheap, but we can. We can get it.
Well, it's cheaper than flying home to get it.
Oh, yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah, that makes it very expensive. Can anybody recommend a company that gives movers insurance when moving your personal belongings from one city to another? Ooh, that's a good question, David. I don't have an answer for that, but Trolls, maybe you have an idea.
Sorry, what was that?
He wants to move. David's looking for a mover, a recommended company that can move with insurance for his personal belongings from one city to another.
Yeah. There's a few of them. I don't know that the company's off by hand. I have to go look. I didn't move very far though. I moved like 2 BTS stations from apartment to the house, but I will be moving to Chiang Mai and using probably a similar service. It's just that they're just your regular lot kapat, like pickup trucks, the big old freaking dome on the top back of them, and that's what they use usually.
Yeah, but what about insurance? How well are they insured though?
Yeah, you're gonna need a bigger company than the one I used then, for sure.
I suppose Lazada don't have a moving firm.
Nah, but I mean like yeah, I don't know for insurance wise. I don't know. Like I would just go through a regular company then. There's a couple companies like logistic companies that you can probably go ask.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them.
In my building, there's a lot of Japanese families, and they come and go as their work finishes or starts, and those companies almost definitely are insured because they're bringing the stuff in from Japan. So
yeah,
I'm sure they're there. You just have to do a little research.
Yeah, 100%.
If they wonder, Chris, Sam Rep 2 days enough. We don't have a big C in the area. Okay, fair enough. Yes, just went through immigration 2 days ago. Still got 30 days on arrival. Yep. Well, that again, what we said. It's got to go through some approval processes. The people who were getting 60 days were, what we found out later, they were people who actually got the 60-day tourist visa before they left. And that's how they got stamped for 60 days. But people are only being stamped for 30 days. We probably won't see the 60-day stamp until probably September anyway. It's got to go through a number of different hurdles. Anyway, one of the things that caught my eye on this is the ESN now. They do a live Saturday, June 8th, found this one. It looks like Jetstar resumes Brisbane to Bangkok direct flights. That'll keep a couple of my Aussie friends happy for next year, I'm sure. Direct flights, 4 years after hiatus. Yeah, there was another one I caught there as well. It's a strong public support for meth regularly, whatever. Yeah, another one I caught was a power move. Energy Minister to introduce National Energy Plan. I'm only reading the headlines, but the Energy Ministry announced yesterday that it's gearing up to unveil the National Energy Plan 2024 in September. This comprehensive strategy promises to revolutionise Thailand's energy landscape with the introduction of nuclear plants and a pledge to cap electricity at under 4 baht per unit. That's an interesting turn of events. Just got to keep a. That's why I don't get much reading done, because I'm always reading this stuff all the time, and trying to just pick a few nice ones that make it. Guy like we've talked about that last week, didn't we? Land Department has recently updated the criteria regarding foreign ownership of land in Thailand. We're not going to go into it. We've talked about it. There is caveats. Election Commission, the ministers. So that's live. So I just saw those two things. I thought they were quite interesting little snippets. Nothing much else there. And the Red Bull. So anyway, I did. This is the last article I wanted to do today. Of course, what's our time? How much time we got on the pad? We've done. I can't find my times now. Oh, there we go. 37 minutes. Yeah, okay. Right, yeah. This one here, it caught my attention. Not so much because it's happening, but more the numbers. The numbers that they're quoting in this article really sort of stuck out. But we'll get into it in a minute. What am I looking at? David, ask Warren for my contact details, and I'll send you a link for the. Okay, cool. Okay. I will send you. I'm pretty sure I got you both somewhere on some. I'm the custodian of all the links, of all the interpersonal links on all the Facebook and Twitter and everything else on those platforms. trying to keep track of where everybody is and where they communicate. If you'd all just do it on Discord, it'd make my life simpler.
Yeah.
Okay. Thailand government announces the new visa is not accurate. That can't be true. Exactly. I can't believe the government would announce. Well, the government didn't announce it. It was the agency. One of the agencies was leaked by the news press. It was a news press, not the government making a headline on it to start with. This is the trouble. Everybody wants to put their little feather in their cap, right? And if it doesn't work, then they've got to save face. Why nothing ever happens here in Thailand? Because everybody's trying to save face all the time.
Exactly true.
Well, it's not a bad thing, but there's got to be you've got to draw a line in the sand sometime. Sometimes you've done something wrong, just own it and just deal with it. Mark, different parts, not talking to each other. Back to our local immigration office again. I love many such as roles. Well, Susie does some of those. She makes some nice ones at her little shop, in her little backyard kitchen there, or back soy kitchen. Robert Groves, the other comfort food. I paid for my insurance renewal a month ago, so it would be ready when I arrive, but no paperwork yet. Yeah. I'm waiting for something to come from Australia, and that hasn't arrived yet, and that was coming by courier. For some reason, they had to put. He asked me. He was looking for a code. For some reason, the courier wanted a special code number for international shipping, for bank documents. I'm going, what? Things are getting weird in Australia. Seriously, we're sending some paper from one country to another. Why do you have to know what the fucking paper entails? It's private, thank you. It's banking information. Um, 60 days plus 2 border hops to a 6-month holiday. Yeah, exactly. Robert Groves, no, mini apple pie with a cake. Robert, who's getting fed? It must be breakfast time. Um, yeah, Ministry for Foreign Affairs made the announcement. Not the, yeah, they, and of course they wanted to get a feather in their cap, and the news agencies run with it, and every news agency copied every other news agency, and word for word, or put it through an AI fucking interpreter to make the words change a little bit, and they had the same articles everywhere. It was crazy. But yeah, they're talking September if everything goes according to plan. That may not be September. It may be, as we know, over the history of living here for so long, that could be September next year before it becomes a real reality. But we can keep our fingers crossed. Robert, stop making me hungry, mate. Exactly. We're all getting hungry. I do. I've had my muffins this morning. Now I want more. Good idea. Hence, we paid a month earlier. Thailand department's not talking. That can't be true. No, they talk to each other all the time, just not about the important things. I'm sure they talk to each other all the time, just not the important things. That's the way bureaucracy works, isn't it? You know, they get all the little tiny little crumbs first because the big ones are too insurmountable to sort of solve. Maybe on the 12th. Anyway, this one here, the crackdown dense condo purchases. The transfers to Myanmar nationals decline as junta blocks their ability to buy Thai units. I wouldn't have thought there would be many people from Myanmar are actually buying Thai units, but we'll find out just exactly how many. Myanmar crackdown on Thai condo purchases by its citizens could cause a significant decline in condo transfers during the second and third quarters, according to the Thai Condominium Association.
I doubt that.
President of the Association, I know this is it's a news article. We're going to read this for the amusement.
How many Burmese people are buying condos in Thailand?
Well, they've got numbers here, but the president of the association said the Thai condo units worth more than 1 billion baht were blocked from transfers to buyers from Mint. I have not, I've seen some for 150,000 baht. I've seen 200,000 baht. I haven't seen 1 billion baht for a condo anywhere in Thailand.
No.
Is that a typo?
No, there's no one unless they're buying like the whole building or something.
Well, I think
because the Four Seasons like condos are like 180 million baht for the 1 bedrooms. I mean,
they're building condos in Tong Lo, right where Chris lives, and they start at 235 million baht. They're gigantic. They're duplexes.
Yeah, the custom ones. Yeah. There's a few in Saton too that are like 100 some plus that are like the empty cement shells. They're empty cement shells, and you can fit them out the way you want to. They're rich people's playground kind of thing.
As the major Chinese government segment slows, the Thai condo market cannot neglect Myanmar buyers, as the number and value of their condo transfers have been consistently growing, unlike purchases made by local buyers. According to the Real Estate Information Centre, higher numbers and value of condo transferred nationwide to Myanmar nationals began in 2022, rising from outside the top 10 to the top 5 nationalities with the highest number. So the top 5 are foreigners buying condos.
It's very simple.
It's Chinese people, but
no, it's very simple. It's the people that are stealing right now through the new government. They have to hide their money, and they're hiding it here. That's all that's going on.
Yeah. That makes sense.
In 2022, buyers from Myanmar ranked 6th for units and 3rd for value of transfers, buying 340. So there are some real numbers. Buying 349 units worth 2.55 billion baht. Their ranking rose to 4th in 2023 with 564 units worth 3.7 billion baht.
That's hilarious, though. Because like condo prices have not fluctuated at all.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm still getting the same prices from bids for my condo.
But it's because it's old. They only want to buy new. They're like Thai people. They only want to buy
Yeah, but
new ones. They
still,
don't want to buy old ones. Come on.
yeah, but still, those prices of those new ones are not that. They're not that high.
Yeah. The growth of Myanmar market continued this year, rising to number 2 in the first quarter, buying 392 units in the first quarter. That's 3, 6. That's over.
Yeah, they're just hiding their money. They're putting it here. Chinese did it. They're doing it. That's all it is.
The total of condo transfers to foreign buyers, Myanmar's proportion jumped from 3.3 to 4% in 2022 to 2023, both by number and value, to 10% by number and 12% by value. They're hiding their money, exactly. Now, of course, the regime is just saying you're not allowed to hide your money anymore. We want the money in our country. But it's just, again, this is the landscape is just changing. It's really, I didn't think there would be that much.
It's pretty terrible because Myanmar was looking really promising for a few years, and then there's all this crap happened, and now they just recessed a lot. So
One step forward, 2 steps backwards, as we say.
yeah,
Mind you, democracy's, a failed system as well at the moment. I think we should just try anarchy for a change. Everything else has failed.
It's going to come in my country in about 4 months.
yeah.
You've got
yeah,
civil war in 4 months, you reckon?
Well, yeah, if they put Biden in again, for sure, dude. I mean, even the people that voted for Biden are against it.
Well, they're not really for Trump, are they?
Well, therefore, Trump, it's like the lesser of two evils. That's how it is every 4 years, man. It's like, it's not about who you really want. It's about who's the least likely to dick around so much.
Someone with the dementia, or somebody with a fucking criminal record. Who do you want to run the country? Who do you want to run the world?
Well, if you want America to be profitable, or want them to, I think he's bringing jobs back and everything. That's great.
Well,
Stop creating
again,
consumers, make doers.
the trouble is the things that happened in 2016 to 2020 of that era, right? You pay for it in the following 4 years. That's where the negatives are, because you're correcting the things that the child did.
Oh, we're still paying for all that shit that Clinton did, man. Back
I
in the
know, and there's that.
90s.
It is, yeah.
The fuck, we're still paying for fucking. Oh, we got to be top highest salaried earners in our country and all this shit. And it's like, dude, that is just a farce, man. As you can see now, fucking peanut butter $7 a fucking jar. I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when you guys start paying. Everybody's making $100,000 a year, even fucking Walmart and shit.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, that's all the news articles I got for today. Yeah, I just caught my eye. I just had no idea there was that much property going into, property purchase going into Myanmar at the moment. Well, let me just catch up what is everybody else saying? Thailand department, 12. I'll get Darlow's got to get his people onto it. It'll be fixed in 60 days, no problem. Hey, they can buy me house for $1 billion baht. They can buy me house for $1 billion baht. Okay. Apparently, Burmese military officers are extremely well paid. Yeah, I guess that's part of it. Good luck.
So are the police here.
The upper echelon, that is. Yeah.
No, it's
not all of them. Not all.
Well, we don't talk about that. Because my uncle, or Shanya's uncle, is a cop, and he's one of the good ones. I haven't seen
yeah. There's a lot of good ones out there.
I haven't seen anything.
More good ones than there are bad ones.
I've seen no Lamborghinis rocking up in the farm in Sukhothai there. They make do. On his, I think. I don't know, sergeant, I don't know what level he is. He runs the whole area now. That's his position.
So he's probably a colonel then.
I don't know. I don't bother asking these things. If they tell me, I listen. But I don't go on.
And he's driving a Lamborghini. Did I hear you say?
The Puyai drives a Mercedes 6 class or 7 class.
S class.
S class, is it? Yeah, nice white one. But yeah, it's
Such is life.
such is life. But he's had that like for 10 years now that I know of. So it's not like he's buying a new one every year. It's a status symbol thing, you know. Good luck, Dale. Let's try it. If only had people. Robert, I'm sorry to just a pleb from Sector 9G. What are your plans, Dale, when you're here? Will the carrot-coloured man become the president again? The carrot-coloured man, I like that one.
Yeah, from prison.
Running the world from prison. That'd be interesting. Oh, they'll give himself a pardon as soon as he gets in, of course. And probably pro rata forward for anything else he does for the next 4 years as well. But yeah, we'll be in Thailand for around 6 weeks, then planning a trip to Italy for 3 weeks, then back to Thailand for another month. Sounds like a nice little world trip. We had one of our meetup group in the morning. They just come back from 4 weeks around the Mediterranean, was it? 2 weeks in Sicily, 2 weeks in...
Malcolm did.
Yeah.
He was cruise for 2 weeks and then 1 week in Greece and 1 week in Italy.
Yeah, that was a nice little holiday. He liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't seen the photos yet. Hopefully you bring the photos next week.
He said he's got 1,000, so I said, okay, I'll wait.
Remember when we did that? When we were like, I remember when I went to England in '91. I had, my SLR camera, and like I shot 6 rolls of film, man, or 7 rolls of film. It was a lot of film.
Now it's all digital, though. You can shoot thousands and not worry about it.
Yeah, I shoot that much in a day. Yeah, life has changed a bit, hasn't it? Did Todd get the same visa? Yes, Todd, we got the message yesterday. He was approved for his LTR visa yesterday. I didn't want to make too much because I wanted to sort of song and dance about that next week. He'll tell us about how he went about it and what it was all entailed, and we'll get Jerry to tell us about his one again. So we'll talk LTR visas next week, if we can collar Todd here, and we'll cover that one. How's that? Robert, congratulations, Della. How long have you guys been married? Oh my God. Okay, where are we? 52 minutes. So funny. Don't have time to read. I know I can find 10 minutes each to build your focus. Yeah. I read an article. I read that. I'm reading all the time. It's just that I don't read the books. I like science fiction and adventure, or fantasy adventure series. Tolkien, Frank Herbert, Larry Niven, that sort of stuff. They're the sort of books that spark my interest. But yeah, maybe I will get back into reading at some stage. When I'm a little bit more relaxed in life. At the moment, I got just too many things happening.
Like what?
Well, gaming.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
just
Fighting the bugs.
Just checking.
Liberating planets from
Democracy, spreading democracy.
Spreading democracy at the end of a submachine gun. Yeah.
Too busy spreading democracy.
Robert Groves, we get married in 2014 on Diamond Head Beach in Hawaii. Okay, right. Oh my God, this is falling into a point of disrepute, I suppose. Anyway, I don't know. We might wrap it up here. I don't think that's anything. We want to get some gaming done. We got a few. You've already started. Yeah, you started without me.
Don't share my screen.
Don't share your screen. What? You're dying again, are you?
No. I'm just fighting all the weekend people.
Oh, the weekend people.
All the weekend people.
Have a quick look before we go. Where are we? Oh no, it's gone.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Put it back on again.
Yeah, it's the weekend and everybody's at the mining camps. So I'm just flying.
At their mining camps. He's Cutlass Black. It's the only ship that gives you a full dash display as well. unfortunately gets in your way. I'd like that dash to be moved at least in a half a dash length down. Would be nice. Yeah, we won't watch him for too long because he tends to crash a lot.
Yeah, I
Until-
don't know. I hit the throttle pretty fast.
Just back it off.
Ah, dude, it's
Watch the light pole. Watch the light pole. There you go. You got parallax error again. There you go. That'll buff out. It's all right.
Yeah.
Your radar is wrong and no cloud and chart. It's not my radar. It's just that's the only one that seems to work these days. All the other ones I was using seem to be falling apart. But yeah, anyway. Miss Trollette is running to go and buy something.
Yep. Got to get my daily cycle of gold here.
Daily cycle of gold. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's reliable for me is to run. To
Do
fill
a
up with
gold run. And then do a drug run, man.
See, yeah, it's the weekend, so they're out of stock. So it's everybody's on playing. So
That is
I gotta
style.
wait for everybody to go back to work, and then I
What
can
about some
actually-
widow, man? You gonna do some drug running, man?
No, dude, Widow is the worst, dude. The price fluctuates so much. It's a C1. I like that.
That's the sort of shit we do, guys. Okay, you're quite
We really
welcome to
do.
come and join in and watch us
Yeah,
be stupid.
watch us do this debauchery.
But we keep it on Twitch for you so that it doesn't offend the sensibilities of people. Okay. Anyway, we're going to get into it, so I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Good to have you along again for our little Saturday morning tete-a-tete. And next week we'll be covering LTR. Right, if we can get everybody together, so it really go through the put the fine-tooth comb through that one, and get personal experiences from two people of the whole process and what they feel about it. Anyway, aside from that, I got to find the closing screen.
I can't get up.
Closing screen. Have a great weekend. Yes, David. Cheers, Mark. Guessing by the hurrying that guy is there no toilet. Yeah, oh no, we have a toilet on the Cutlass has a toilet on board.
Oh, it does? I thought the Cutlass doesn't. No, the Cutlass doesn't have a toilet.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it's got beds.
No, there's no bathroom. I got a bed, but I don't got a
I
toilet.
thought it had I thought it had a urinal.
Nah. No. This is the urinal is just the side door. You just open this guy up, and it's right here.
Just hanging out the door.
You just use nature.
What do you want to do, number twos?
Oh, you got the ramp right here.
Get your ass shut off. Stick your ass out the door and get shut off, man. Anyway, we're out of here. This is the way. This is our day. This
is what I do.
This is what we do. It's fun. Closing screen. I'm out of here. We're out of here. Don't forget to check out Jerry's channel. He's always doing some good content, and we will, yeah, the whole thing. We'll talk to you next week. Stay tuned and stay cool.
I want you to lift me up so